Hey friends, Jim McGill. Having a beautiful day down here. I'm down in my other hometown, St. Petersburg, Florida. And I want to show you folks an interesting spot down here. There's a huge bridge standing, I was going to say behind me, but it's behind you. It's over there. It's called the Skyway Bridge. It's a relatively famous bridge here in the area, in the Tampa Bay area. This is actually Tampa Bay, right here. On this side, actually, on that side, over that side, that's the Gulf of Mexico, over here. So this bridge over this way is kind of like the dividing line. There's a bunch of marinas, docks, all that other junk. The cruise port terminal, cruise ships are in here. Because of that level of marine traffic, the bridge needs to be that big, so you don't have to rely on opening and closing bridges all the time. Just make one super high. Those familiar with the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, we go under the shipping channels in the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. That's why they call it the Bridge Tunnel. Here, the bridge goes over the shipping channel. Now, where I'm standing, you can see I'm kind of standing in a weird spot, aren't I? There's a bridge. Here's where I'm standing, right? I'm standing on a piece of the first bridge, right? This bridge over here, nice one, the Skyway Bridge, is the second bridge. Matter of fact, I'll turn around right here and show you, even behind us further, that is the other piece of the original bridge. The original bridge had two spans, kind of like the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. That came one out. Now, up here, towards that way, is the town of St. Petersburg. Okay? Tampa is way over that way. So, to the east of St. Petersburg. If you're in St. Pete, take a highway east, goes over another big piece of water. And that's where Tampa is. So that piece there, that piece of bridge, and this one that I'm standing on, again, this is a former piece of bridge they've turned into a fishing pier, a destination point for people to come hang out, sightseeing, and fish. There's lots of folks fishing around behind me. It just so happens I came here without a pole. Story of my life, right? No pole. But I thought you folks would find this fascinating. These pieces were left here after the original bridge got struck by a ship. Right down here in the middle of that channel, right? So that was the channel. Even back then, shipping channels dug deep by the Army Corps of Engineers. So at one point, I think I'm gonna say 1988 was about the time, and it was in the middle of the night. As far as I remember, I think about 2 o'clock in the morning. A massive ship, not a cruise ship, just a tanker of some sort, crashed into one of the original spans that went across this area. Unfortunately, it caused a lot of loss in life. Quite a few cars got tossed right off in the middle of the water, in the middle of the night. Imagine that. I know there's an awful lot of you folks out there who don't care for bridges, who have a fear of bridges. I know a lot of people down here, quite apprehensive about this bridge here. Imagine your worst fear coming true. You're driving across the bridge in the middle of the night. It's dark already outside, but sort of lights on the bridge, and all of a sudden, a massive ship strikes one of the pylons, and the bridge falls in the water. You're driving down the road, that was in the 80s, so maybe you're doing 60 miles an hour, maybe 70. Right off into the debris you go, and then the water. Now it's Tampa Bay, so I don't imagine there was any Titanic type scenarios where people were freezing to death. But still, if you're not prepared to hit the water, and it's cold in the middle of the night, you're not going to feel good about I don't know how many lives were lost, but there's a good amount of loss of life just from cars literally being flung off the road. I don't imagine, how would you even know? You'd have to have cars thinking fast enough and stopping, before the drop off and illuminating their hazard lights to kind of give people, a warning that something's wrong up ahead. It's probably a foggy night anyhow. I think fog has something to do with the ship and the pilots. But that's where I'm at today. I'm down here, like I always come down here this time of year, for the IndyCar St. Petersburg Grand Prix. I got a very dear friend of mine, Diane, lets me stay at her place when I come down here to do this. And thought I'd show you people. I know I've done some videos before of that bridge in the past, driving over it. To be honest, this is the first time I stopped by this pier just to hang out. But I thought you people would find this interesting. If you like it, to be coming, love to hear your thoughts about it. I'm going to stop this right now, and maybe I'll come back with some other fine things. Thanks. friends. Jimmy Gill again. You know, it's just making my way off of the fishing pier. I was just on, and I thought, you know, I have to show you folks the other side. And the new bridge is standing right over on the other side here. So we were, when I spoke before, on the other end of this bridge. You can even see in spots. This other level here is knocked down in segments, so you can't drive on that one. It's broken in segments. So this is the south end of the fishing pier. A lot more activity over here. It's actually much longer than that first side we were on. It really goes down. There's a whole lot more people here. And I saw a couple more guys catching fish while we were here, but I thought I'd just take a quick moment to show you the other side of where that bridge would have been back in the 80s. Those of you who may have seen it, still some t-shirts, some hats, some symbols that the hospital I work for in here in St. Petersburg, Johns Hopkins, All Children's Hospital, they use this bridge as kind of like their mascot. They use it on their swag, on their t-shirts, on their hats, on their logo for the department. But so here we are. We're on the other side, where we were just a few moments ago. Was literally this roadway right connected to that spot we were over here. I can't see how far it was. It looks like it may have been. I can see it from here, so it can't be any more than a mile and a half, maybe two. Here's the bridge. We did just miss it as I was driving over a big cargo ship. Came underneath the bridge while we were going. Of course, I wasn't ready for it. There's a little teeny shops they had on both ends of the pier here. You can get fish and stuff and swag. But I thought you guys might like to see. Think about that. I mean, this was a whole bridge from here, where we are standing, connecting over here. Again, I'm going to say 88, I believe it was. Cargo ship crashed into the center span. One of these bridges knocked it down, and a bunch of people lost their lives. It's a terrible story to hear. But I thought you folks would enjoy seeing this view, and you know, have any comments, thoughts? Leave below. I'd love to hear from you.